They've just announced the first ever female Doctor, which is incredible. Jodie Whittaker. What do you think of this?
She's amazing. She has such heart and humour and soul, and I think that show works best when it's about big, bold casting and big, bold creative choices. And I think, and also it's kind of about time, isn't it? You know, it's number 13. Well, it's number 14, and she is the right choice. I'm fully behind Jodie.
Time flies by when the night is young. Daylight shines on an undisclosed location. Bloodshot eyes looking for the sun. Paradise delivered and we call it a vacation. You're painting me a dream that I wanna belong in. Over the hills and far away, a million miles from LA, just anywhere away. I know we've got to get away, someplace where no one knows our name. We'll find stars, find a star. Just take me anywhere, take me anywhere, anywhere away, anywhere. Just take me anywhere, take me anywhere, take me anywhere away, anywhere. Let's love
Thank you very much, everyone. The Doctor will see you now.
Apparently, you are a huge Doctor Who fan.
I don't know where this comes from, no. Doctor Who, the first time I saw it, it was this odd show that was on UHF Channel 20, and they had these I didn't know what they were. They looked like very tall, movable salt shakers that spoke, and evidently they were something called the Daleks.
So close.
And Daleks, what?
Daleks,
yeah. Okay. And they would speak like this, and they couldn't quite figure out what Doctor Who was about.
So not a big fan then?
Let me just say, I'm forever curious about Doctor Who. Put it that way.
And I'm here at Bamford's today, selling my collection of sci-fi related memorabilia. It's difficult to say what the favourite piece would be because there's so much and every piece is my favourite piece. But for example, here we have a fan-built Dalek, which is quite an incredible thing. It does everything a normal Dalek would do. It moves, it fires its weapons, its head rotates, it flashes. So it's an incredible thing. But my favourite piece would probably be one of the Star Trek costumes because Star Trek is so iconic and it's something.
The last scene in Twice Upon a Time, because it struck me that it was a lot more action-packed than a lot of regenerations we've seen.
We talked quite early. I think that was actually the first bit of the script written. So he said this is where he wanted, Jodie to begin, or the new Doctor to begin. So he sent me those pages and I worked the script up towards it.
What advice did you give Chris Chibnall on his first day of the job, or would you?
I gave him a lot of advice about very practical issues that's just between me and him, about how you live your life and how you deal with the pressure. But that's into showrunner, and I hope he's taken it. I know he has.
Was it roughly the same stuff Russell said to you 7 years ago, 8 years ago?
It was pretty much the same stuff, yeah. I mean, the world has changed a little bit in terms of the multiple demands on your time, but I mean, to be honest, Chris is an incredibly smart man, and he's showrun before. So most of the stuff I was telling him was granny sucking eggs and all that, but it's just saying, these are the things you need in place and this is how you can live your life.
Well, thank you very much for joining us. Were you a Doctor Who fan before you landed the role? Because I tell you, Whovians, they are a whole different breed of fan, am I right?
They are indeed. They are very enthusiastic, yeah. You know what? So Doctor Who wasn't actually on when I was a kid. I was born during the Doctor Who-less years, so sadly I wasn't able to watch it when I was young, or hide behind the sofa, or any of the things that Doctor Who fans thought would get to enjoy. It came back when I was about 16 or 17, and yeah, I mean, I managed to watch Christmas specials and stuff like that. But no, so I kind of got to know the show sort of from the inside out, really, which is, I think, the best way to do it.
Yeah, totally.
Well, Pearl, all I can say is welcome to the world of nerd. Now, Bill Potts was, of course, the first openly gay companion in Doctor Who, and we've just got a female Doctor Who now. What fans admire about this is her sexuality isn't actually part of the plot, or it's not focused on, it's just a fact. Do you think this was an important thing, that it wasn't this whole big deal made of it, it was just something that happens like it does in life?
Yeah, do you know what? It was so important to me that she wasn't grappling with her sexuality. You know, there wasn't a big scene that she had to come out to the doctor, or you know, she was basically just like, I like girls. This is who I am. You know, deal with it, basically. Which I think is really important. I think that representation is important on such a widely watched show. I mean, you know, I'm the other side of the wall.
In the series, was apparently a huge fan of the show when he was young. But what was it like to work alongside Pete? Because I love him.
Yeah, he's great.
I reckon he's a great.
Me too. I mean, he's amazing. He's you know, you'd watch him in the studio, you know, whilst you're recording. You'd be like, oh wow, that looks good.
Can I just ask Pearl? Peter Capaldi, of course, shot to fame after In the Thick of It, where he played Malcolm Tucker, who was very sweary. Did Doctor Who ever drop a few F-bombs on the set accidentally? Was there any ever?
No, not that I would tell you about. Anyway.
Excellent.
The 13th Doctor will be played by a woman.
Yes.
And by the wonderfully talented Jodie Whittaker. How do you think the Doctor, how do you think she'll play the part? You know what I mean? Like, how do you think she'll slide into doing it?
Oh, I'm so excited to see what she's going to do. I mean, you know, I think she's an amazing actress. I think it'll be really cool. I mean, you know, the reveal teaser that was played, I think will be really cool. You know, sort of the end of the Christmas special, the regeneration, I think was brilliant. You know, I think she's got quite an interesting energy. I think, you know, she's going to be great. I'm really excited to see it.
Fans weren't all that happy, though, when it was first announced at the start. Some very die-hard fans weren't really a big fan of a woman. What was the reaction like that you saw?
I mean, the reaction that I saw was pretty, was quite overwhelmingly positive. But I mean, yeah, there were a few people who were sort of, you know, reluctant to sort of embrace the change. But, you know, I think that happens a lot when, you know, when the Doctor regenerates into, you know, into another man as well. I think people just love their Doctor so much that, you know, and companions as well, kind of same kind of vibe. You know, people just get so attached to them that they don't want anyone else to play it. But, you know, I think people are really coming around to Jodie, and I think people are going to love her.
Yeah, and I think also often when you get into the community of really hardcore sci-fi fans, they haven't actually seen a woman before. So.
You didn't say that.
Speaking of which, we all know that Doctor Who has a massive cult following, and people, as you've just been saying, are completely devoted to it. What has been your strangest fan encounter so far? What has been the weirdest moment?
Do you know what? I haven't had that many weird moments. Sounds like a weird thing to say. Sounds like I'm just saying that to you. Everyone's just really nice, and they're really excited to meet you and stuff. So yeah, I mean, I've been given a lot of gifts. And a lot of pictures of my face, which is amazing. And you know, there's so many talented artists in the Doctor Who fandom. So that's incredible. But I did have to walk through the airport recently with a large picture of my face, and I thought that was quite weird, because I didn't want people to be like, why is she just walking around with a picture of her own face? You know. But so yeah, that was an interesting experience for me.
You're in Australia at the moment for Supernova, right?
Yeah,
and I just want to know, what's it like to be sort of like walking around and seeing people all dressed up as Doctor Who fans and you know, people and
it's
characters.
Amazing.
Yeah,
I love it. Yeah, it's great. I mean, it's I think it's testament to the show and to how well it sort of translates that, you know, we're across the other side of the world and people still have like exactly like Bill's whole outfit, you know, down to like the shoes and the badges on her jacket, you know. It's amazing. I think it's wonderful to see that, you know, it means that much. It's great.
We all know you as David Tennant, but that's not your name.
It's not my...
Your given name is David MacDonald.
David John MacDonald,
So how did you come up with Tennant, and why?
Well, it's that actors thing where if you join the Actors Union, if there's already somebody with that name, you have to change your name, because it's like your trademark, I guess.
Yeah.
It's like a union rule. But I was 16. I did my first job at 16. So at 16 years old, I didn't know actors. I didn't know how you chose a name. So I flicked through a music magazine. So I'm sort of named after Neil Tennant from the Pet Shop Boys.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, not explicitly. He didn't, you know, he's not, I'm not related to him. I just was leafing through a magazine going, what am I going to call myself? It could have been Sade.
Right. Now that I would have loved.
Which actually, come to think of it,
David Charday.
Yeah.
He is a very different performer.
Very different
David
actor.
Sade.
David Sade.
Isn't that how it's
David
spelled?
Sade. Yeah, but you've got the
Charday?
little thing on the E of the Charday.
Okay.
When I was 16, I mean, asking a 16-year-old to change their name,
Yeah.
I mean, in that, I could have been anything. Bojangles McDuff. I mean, it really...
Now, but I mean, David Tennant is a wonderful name, and obviously many people became aware of you when you played the Doctor on Doctor Who. It's had legions of fans all over the world. For any Americans that don't know, explain to them the cultural significance of Doctor Who and playing the Doctor.
Yeah, it's completely ubiquitous back home because we all grew up with it because it's run for over 50 years, nearly 55 years. It's been on TV a long time, and we both grew up with it. Yeah. And then it was off for a while, and then it got rebooted, and it's just it's got a Britishness to it that people just. And that's lovely to be at the middle of it. It feels like a big responsibility. You don't want to break it. People love that show. It's like PG Tips or Marmalade, or it's intrinsically British.
You must still have so many. What's the kind of craziest fan encounters you've had with Doctor Who fans? Because I've been in 2 episodes just playing a friend, and they are a passionate bunch.
Enthusiastic.
Yes.
Yes.
Well,
No,
I think
lovely.
passion is a great thing.
Oh, do you know what it is? It absolutely is. And I think sort of sci-fi fans and so on get a bad rap, actually.
Absolutely.
Because, of all the things that can be your hobby and your passion,
It's
what
a
lovely
great one to
thing
have,
know,
100%.
yeah. But yeah, people do get a bit overexcited, of course, because, people asking for an autograph in the shower at the gym, that's quite... That's
in my defence, I didn't know you were Ben. I don't think it's fair to bring it up.
It's done on Instagram. We're doing it right now. This is me and Jodie Whittaker, the new Doctor, by the way. We're going to present an award at the BAFTAs. And
BAFTAs.
BAFTAs. And we're going on in a minute. Say hello to all the fans, Jode.
Hi, Brothers Bangers fans. Not my own fans.
Listen, we're looking forward to it. The BAFTAs. Watch the BAFTAs. We're going tonight. Me and Joe. The Doctor.
You've just been announced as the 14th Doctor, and I don't even know about it.
I didn't want to say it.
Is that the reveal?
Yeah, I mean that's as good
going
as.
to be the big moment of next year.
Yeah, the budget got a bit slim this year.
Yeah.
But no, Jodie, thank you so much for stopping by and saying hello.
No
of
worries.
course, you are nominated for our Must See Moment Award tonight. The reveal of the 13th Doctor.
Yeah, it's very exciting.
How special was that, and why do you think it was such a big moment in television last year?
I think the magic of the Doctor Who, series as a phenomenon is to keep their fans engaged and to keep everyone kind of guessing what direction it's going to go in and really trying to be secretive in the best way. And that, as a reveal, was amazing because no one had any idea.
No.
So it's really exciting. But I think the category is obviously incredible, and particularly, the One Love concert and, Blue Planet, those are so important and fantastic. And it's certainly a category that's put lots of things together that you wouldn't necessarily put all together.
Yeah, I mean, listen, like, as we say, you've got One Love Manchester in there, you've got yourself, you've got Blue Planet, and also you've got Love Island with Stormzy and Chris and Ken.
Yeah.
Were you a fan of Love Island
I
this
never
year?
saw an episode, I'm afraid.
I mean, I won't give you a rendition right now, because I'm pretty sure you can see it online. But no, listen, playing a character such as the Doctor as well, it's such... Was it one that... Were you quite nervous to take it on?
Yeah, and I'm midway through now, so it's nerve-wracking but exciting and exhilarating and completely liberating because I'm such a different direction. So as an actor, there's no rules for this part, and certainly is that true for me because I'm a different gender to what they used to. So no, it's really exciting.
Well, it's absolutely incredible. We spoke to your co-star Bradley Walsh. Can't wait
is he already here?
Keep working with him.
He didn't wait for me then, did he? All right, thanks, Brad.
It's going to be amazing to see you both up there, and good luck tonight.
We'll see what Brothers Bangers he does in the morning.
Exactly.
He might be a bit tired.
I knew a little bit before, but only because Chris Chibnall, who wrote Broadchurch, who we both know, is now running Doctor Who. So he phoned me up and said, the next Doctor would like to call you. Is that okay?
Oh, how exciting.
I said, who is it? No, don't worry. They'll be the next person to call. It was very high level.
Who is it? Who? Yeah, Doctor Who.
Yeah.
We know now. It's Jodie Whittaker. Yeah.
Brilliant if your mum had snuck in a call just in between.
told me you were up for that. So then I sort of put my phone down and waited for it to ring. And of course, because I know Jodie, her name pops up. And it was very exciting. Yeah.
Wow. And oddly, you met your wife on the set of Doctor Who.
Yeah.
But she is the daughter of a Doctor Who.
Yes.
Which must drive Doctor Who people into a frenzy.
I mean, it is statistically quite unlikely. Yeah. But oh, there we all are. Look, there's the three of us.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so embarrassing. I'm wearing the same suit. Come on.
And tie.
That doesn't make me look very windswept and celebrity-tastic, does it? I mean, it's a very nice one. You wouldn't want me to just wear it once, right?
No. You know it works. You know it works.
So, Jodie, how much of a woman's touch do you think your version of the Doctor will make to the TARDIS?
It's interesting because I'm obviously not allowed to talk about the TARDIS. It's another thing we're not allowed
The
to talk about.
TARDIS exploded, so who knows whether we'll see the TARDIS again.
But in regards to it as a bigger question of bringing it to the Doctor, I think it's interesting because I have never approached a role thinking it as how would a woman play this role, because I just am one, and I don't know if a guy has ever gone, how would a guy do this scene? You just are, and it's your POV. So essentially, I suppose my energy, my approach to this is coming from a very instinctive place, which feels genderless to me because it's never been necessarily ingrained to me that that's a specific way a woman behaves and a specific way a man behaves. But the best thing about the Doctor is I'm not playing either. I'm an alien. So, so there's really no rules. And I've got two hearts, so I can do whatever I want.
Doctor Who, with a Yorkshire accent, returns to our screens next month with Huddersfield's Jodie Whittaker fully regenerated as the 13th and first female Doctor.
That's right, and today the premiere, with the full red carpet treatment, of course, was held at the Light Cinema in Sheffield. Luckily, we have a huge Doctor Who superfan who is there for us now. Who else but Tom Ingle?
Thank you, Keely. I don't know who you mean. So, we've been waiting about 15, 16 months to find out what Jodie Whittaker would do with the Doctor. Of course, as you say, she comes from just up the road. The first episode was filmed here in Sheffield. It seems a lifetime we've had to wait, and I'm afraid you will have to wait slightly longer. However, a lucky few of us packed into the Light Cinema at the top of the moor today and were given the premiere of the first episode. Before the premiere, the whole Hollywood came to the moor. We had the red carpet, we had the lights, we had the prop TARDIS, we had walking up and down and signings and interviews and autographs. We caught up with Jodie Whittaker as she was halfway along the red carpet alongside the new executive producer for the show, Chris Chibnall.
I think the thing that was really important for Chris in the audition was that I used my own voice. So it's less, I think if someone was coming in and putting on an accent, it would very much identify the role as being a person from Yorkshire. But to me, it's the way I speak, it's my accent. But it never felt wrong to use my own voice, but I certainly don't think that the character is a Yorkshire character in that sense.
And of course, it's no secret you were filming in Sheffield. What was it like when you were filming on the streets of Sheffield?
I thought we did really well. No one noticed the TARDIS.
As soon as you put the TARDIS down, you're wrecked, aren't you?
Yeah, it was wonderful and everyone was fantastic, and it's a brilliant city and it's a brilliant place for this story, or our story, to begin. And it's really emotional because it's full circle now. We started shooting here and now we get to share the first episode here.
And the Doctor wouldn't be the Doctor without some companions in tow. And this TARDIS is going to be chock-a-block. You've got Bradley Walsh, who's playing an older type of figure, perhaps something you're not used to seeing him do on television. And then you've got two relatively young actors who bring a whole load of energy and enthusiasm, Tosin Cole and Mandeep Gill. And Mandeep is from Leeds, and she told us on the red carpet that this was the adventure of a lifetime.
Completely honoured. I don't know what's going to happen after. We've been filming it for like 9 months in Cardiff. We've not really been exposed to that many things, so I don't know what it's going to bring, but I can say I've had the most amazing time.
It's intense, yeah, when you see things and sets being built and
you know, monsters with the makeup and stuff like that. It's all nice to see things come to life, you know. First it starts on the page and then you start to see things come to fruition, so it's amazing.
We've had such a laugh. Honestly,
Yeah.
not just saying this, it's been so fun. Like, the 9 months for me completely flew by because it's just so fun. Like, we were doing really intense things and the storylines are intense and whatnot, and we're running over and over again, acting to monsters that weren't there. But ultimately, we've had a really good time together.
So I can't tell you anything about what's in the episode. We all enjoyed it, though, in the cinema. You will have to wait a little bit longer until October the 7th. And do you know how secret things are? They are not even telling us what time it's going to be on October the 7th. So my advice, rope the whole family onto the sofa now, just in case it goes out early.
So obviously, Chris, you've said before that you kind of had Jodie in mind for the Doctor for a while, but obviously you sled through a lot of auditions. And I was wondering, was there ever a point when you thought, I'm not going to get this?
There were many moments where there was doubts in, have I shown enough? Is there more they need to see? But the thing that was the most revealing thing for me during the audition process was that I absolutely love this. Like, these are scenes that I'd never done anything that even touched the size of being similar to the kind of scenes I was doing in the auditions or the kind of work we've done in the series. And there's a nervousness about auditioning, but what I couldn't believe was when I walked out the room how much fun it had been, and that made me want it even more.
And I think you said recently in an interview that you were almost part of a series before, during the Matt Smith kind of era. Is that true? What happened there?
I can't remember. I think I just put myself on tape, but I didn't get it. But thank goodness I sent some message in a bottle tape, didn't get it, and then now, because I might have.
You don't remember what episode it was?
No, because I don't know if I was sent the whole episode.
Oh,
to audition.
okay, yeah, of course, yeah.
I would have been a big deal enough there to be sent the whole of the episode.
So, Chris, what can we expect this year that we've never seen before?
Well, I don't know about that. I think you're hopefully going to have a really great series of Doctor Who. Hopefully it's going to be fun and entertaining and scary and emotional. I think the thing you've never seen before is Jodie Whittaker as the Doctor, and she absolutely rocks it.
How did it feel for both of you the first day of filming, first day on set?
Oh, really emotional. I think for us, the first day for us in that moment was the regen, but then the first day on set of this series and this episode, my first scene was with these guys, and it was incredible just to have this idea of what this job could be and then be experiencing it live and present and with this company. But it was amazing. I think the first time you say anything iconic, without giving any spoilers, but I think when you say your character's name, it's quite because it's not shot, you don't shoot it in order. So it's it was pretty early on in the proceedings.
Well, and we also started with something really big, and we were outside, and it was night, and it was cold, and there were stunts, and we didn't start. So our first set was us going, oh, okay, this is this is Doctor Who, this is big,
And obviously we haven't seen any of the new series yet, but are you guys going to be meeting up again soon in the next few months to start thinking about Series 12?
Hopefully, yeah. It'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Right, thank you so much, guys.
Right, thanks you.
Where are you from? It's called?
I'm from, the town is Huddersfield.
Oh, yes.
And the village is called Skelmanthorpe.
Skelmanthorpe?
Yes.
But now, so I don't understand, but then there's a special name for people from Skelmanthorpe, which I don't understand.
I'm allowed to say this out because this goes out past when kids have gone to bed.
Yeah, it goes out tomorrow.
So, I did know that. So, the name for me would be affectionately referred to as, oh, are you a Shat lass? Yeah, I'm from Shat. And there's Shat taxi, Shat pizza, there's Shat everything. Because the name of the village, Skelmanthorpe's really long. But then it's to do with, I really don't remember and the specifics, but hopefully, this is the vague story. But I think in the olden days, there was a quarry, and the local trade was people smashing slate. And so they were shatterers. And so then if you were from the village and the workers lived in the village, you were a shatter. And then now, however many years later, you're from Shat. I know, but the thing was, I didn't really realise it, and
boyfriend at the time, now husband, who's from Tucson, got out at Wakey train station and shat taxi pictures up, and he was like, oh my God. It's going to be great then. Welcome to the family.
The Shat family.
Yeah.
Shat family.
Tucson, Arizona?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well, yeah.
Okay, so let's get the Doctor Who da-da-das.
Sorry.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
You're there. It's like milking. Very good.
Now, I found out right before you came out here that this is, in fact, your first American appearance on a late-night show. We're honored to have you on here.
Thank you.
Yes.
Get a shot of those. Get a shot
For
of those
you
shows
guys.
right there.
These are for you. They're very high.
That's very nice. Now, where are you from in England?
I am from Huddersfield in West Yorkshire.
Yorkshire.
Yeah, it's really well hidden in my voice. You can't tell at all. I have a completely neutral sound that's probably quite posh to most people.
I love the Yorkshire accent.
Do you?
It's always described as a broad Yorkshire accent. There are no narrow Yorkshire accents.
No. My favourite is, do you think you could tone it down? No. No, I can't.
You're the first female doctor in Doctor Who.
Yeah, in Doctor Who.
You call the character the Doctor, right? Not necessarily Doctor Who.
The Doctor, yeah.
What is it like? How does it feel to be taking over an iconic series, an iconic character that's been on, how long, 50-plus years?
50-odd years, yeah.
50-odd years, yeah.
And it's amazing and a time to absolutely be celebrated. Obviously, for me, I'll be dining out on it forever. But what is wonderful is this realisation that a woman can be a doctor. And, you know, I may be playing an alien with two hearts, but I am qualified even though I'm a woman. That's always the bit. So.
Oh, there were some complaints. Yeah. Like when it was first announced, there was those little rumblings out on the internet there. What were people complaining about?
I think I think the thing is, you know, the show's been going for 55 years, and it's this wonderful fan base that are all over the world that I've had to put no effort in to build up. You know, you've got these fans before you've even put a second on film. But I think for a small amount, it's always hard to let the previous Doctor go. And I think when the previous 12 have been looked a little bit similar, not very similar, but a little bit, to go in what is seemingly a huge change of direction. I mean, it isn't. It's a show about inclusivity. It's a show that celebrates regeneration and change. And the wonderful thing for me about being the first is I won't be the last, because it doesn't change the rules of this amazing programme that's been going for so long.
How did you keep it secret for so long? There has to have been a casting process, and there have to be a lot of meetings.
Stressful. It was really stressful. Also, we live in a very, you know, Big Brother time, and I was terrified of ever being overheard speaking about it. So I had to give it a code word, and you know,
what was the code word?
Clooney.
Like George Clooney?
As in George, as in Dr. Ross. He's a very famous doctor.
So
I was
ER, so it's an ER reference.
So it was just like, oh, he's a really famous doctor, Clooney. No one would link that because I'm a genius and I've come up with a really great, unbreakable code. And so, but so much so that Matt Strevens, the exec producer, is still in my phone as Matt Clooney. And on my first day of filming, my sides that I was issued with, which is, you know, the scenes that you're doing that day, instead of having Jodie Whittaker embossed across the front, it was Clooney. I think when I ever meet him, he'll be delighted to hear that.
So this is the Doctor Who from my childhood, Tom Baker, who was the fourth Doctor, right there. That's the iconic. That's one of the iconic outfits with a scarf. Here you are. This is you in the revealed Doctor Who outfit right there. Did you have input?
Yeah.
Did you have some input into how you're supposed to look?
Yeah, absolutely. It's completely collaborative, as it
should be, because I'm the one that's got to wear it. So,
what are the choices about?
Well, you take... The most important thing is it's got to be comfy, because there's a lot of superhero costumes out there that look sweaty and hot and a little bit uncomfortable. And also...
So no lycra? No lycra, no leather?
How long did it take you to put it on? That's 5 minutes. That's 5 minutes right there.
The other ones take a little bit longer and require a lot of talcum powder.
And I look great. Yeah, you do.
Meet the Mark family and their 9-year-old daughter, Anna.
Anna has cystic fibrosis. She has to take over 35 tablets a day. It takes so much just to keep her as healthy as possible. Yeah, and again. It is scary, and and she's only 9, and she hates having to do all that kind of stuff.
But she takes it in her stride, and she just sees a positive in everything.
Hey, well done, all done.
It's just part of my life, and I'm not going to let it stop me.
The one thing that we do like to sit down to on a Saturday evening is Doctor Who.
Doctor Who is really cool. I like all the science behind it and special effects.
Anna thinks we're here to film a piece about young Doctor Who fans.
I'm the Doctor.
She's so much better than the boy doctors.
What she doesn't know is they're watching an episode with a difference.
Hi Anna, it's me Jodie, I'm the new Doctor.
And I've heard that you are a big fan of the show. So I wondered, do you want to come to set, you and your brother? I'm going to send some transport, and I hope it's not too much of a bumpy ride. But I'm very excited because I think I'm going to see you very, very soon.
How cool's that?
That is amazing.
That's cool. He's got tears in her eyes.
Of course, there's only one way to get to the Doctor Who set in Cardiff.
Wow.
Hello! Welcome to the TARDIS!
This is amazing. I can't believe that I got the message from the Doctor. It's just so exciting that this happened to me. Amazing.
We've got a whole day of exciting things planned.
Cue Tosin, who's got a surprise for Anna in wardrobe.
Go on, bust it open. I'm getting excited. Go on, girl. Rip it apart. Just, yeah, man. So you're gonna be like a little mini Doctor now?
I love it.
Like, she had the braces, the boots, even the socks. So now she just needs a little Sonic and a TARDIS and she's good to go. Whoa, whoa! There she is. Right, Doctor, how you doing? You look like a proper Time Lord now.
It makes me feel amazing.
So Anna's stepping into the Doctor's shoes, and every Doctor needs companions. Just one more left to meet.
Caught you out. If you had a TARDIS, where would you like to go?
250 million years ago.
That's very specific. So, for what?
And to see the dinosaurs.
Oh, to see the dinosaurs, I get it. OK. And what about you?
I would go 270 million years ago to where there was probably more dinosaurs.
I see what you mean, yeah. So there were more dinosaurs 20 million years ago prior to when you wanted to go.
Anytime Lord worth their salt must be ready to come face to face with some unsavoury characters.
Oh, sorry, go on. No, you can touch it. Don't let me stop you, bro. I wasn't scared. I think you guys should know what this is.
Sonic screwdrivers?
Sonic screwdrivers.
Yeah.
Normally it's like a famous actor who holds it, and then this time it was just like me.
It's really humbling. For someone, so young dealing with what she's dealing with, to go through all that stuff and still be confident and a bundle of joy, So, yeah, man, it's a pleasure.
Anna's transformation into a mini Doctor is almost complete, but there's still one notable person who she hasn't met.
Hi, guys. Please stand up so I can see you. You look absolutely amazing.
I can't believe that this is all happening.
So what do you think? Do you think we look like sisters? I think we do. 2 doctors.
It made me happy that I look like the Doctor. Twinsies. What does it feel like to be the first woman Doctor?
It feels incredible because when I was your age, all the things I wanted to do were being done by the boys, and the girl characters were kind of stood at the side clapping and giggling, whereas I wanted to be heroic.
I think it's good to show the boys that we can do just as much as them.
We can. For me, I didn't know a lot about cystic fibrosis, so it was important to hear it firsthand from someone who has the condition to be able to explain it.
It affects my lungs and my organs.
And do you take medicine every day?
Yes.
Yeah.
I never forget.
No. And do you sometimes have to be off school?
Sometimes I'm off for 2 weeks, but I still get lots of homework. The doctor made me feel like supported and that someone was by my side.
We have had 2 very special guests today with Anna and Alex.
This is a special day that I'll never forget, and I'm very grateful for it.
The doctor can reappear in any form, so who knows? Anna may be the next doctor.
Somebody just passed me this and says, don't forget to subscribe to the official Doctor Who YouTube channel. Well, how could I possibly forget that?
All on my own. Rack it up, Joey! Bangers, Doctor Who!
Oh, hello. I'd like to tell you a story. Many years ago, when the universe was half its present size but twice as intelligent, many people from across this globe, Sol 3 in Meta Spiral, 6390 in the inner spiral arm of Galaxia Kiglos.
Die. You're geeking out. Back in the room.
Sorry, I do beg your pardon. Many people on this planet joined a website called Outpost Gallifrey. And from that, many, many long-term friendships have evolved. And some of them have become more than friendship. Some of them have become partnerships that have lasted, what is it now, 12 years? So from this Welshman and this Canadian, who didn't vote for Brexit, we would like to say to you, Shaun, cheers. You have a lot to answer for, but it's not all bad.
Hello, beautiful Shaun. Now, while other children were running around saying, "Oh, what shall I put on my Barbie doll today?" or "What shall I do with my Transformers?" Shaun Lyon suddenly turned around and said, "Find me a barn and let me put on a convention." And for 30 years, you put on the most amazing conventions, and you made so many fans happy and so many actors happy. You have been absolutely incredible in our world. And darling, I'd like to kiss you, but I just washed my hair. So all I can say to you, darling, is happy 30 years, and let's do another 30 more. Mwah!
Shaun, you're awesome and I love you. Thank you for the most amazing series of conventions and the best possible way to spend a weekend. Thank you so much.
Hello. It's great to be here, my second time here. He finally invited me back. As ever, I'm in awe of the work that this guy puts in putting this convention together every year for God knows how many years now. The organisation is exemplary. There are God knows how many people here. all having a great time, and the guests are having a great time too. So thanks, Shaun, and keep it going, mate.
Shaun Lyon, I love you, Shaun Lyon, I do. I really do. Shaun, I'm so glad to know you, to have you in my life. You are a spectacular person, and it's just, I can't wait to see you again. I'll never forget you coming over and the whole iPad business, and it was just such a pleasure to do something for you, because you do so much for us and for other people. So lots and lots and lots and lots of love from me. You're ace.
Shaun, you have spent your entire adult life being in the Doctor Who fandom. How does it feel? Congratulations on all your achievements.
Hi Shaun, Lisa here. So this is a tribute to you. Can't think why. And can I just say, when I first met you, it was in 1999 at the Airtel Plaza Hotel Van Nuys with 250 fans in a leaky hotel. And here we are at the LAX with 3,500 Doctor Who fans, and that's all down to you. Your organisation skills have been phenomenal. Your greeting of us and your welcoming nature to us as actors have been fantastic. And I just want to say congratulations, because it's all down to you. Well done.
So, I've been told I've got to say some nice things about Shaun Lyon. That can't be difficult. I mean, he's nice enough. He's all right, I suppose.
Shaun, I have just one thing to say. Who the hell is Neva?
Hello, Shaun. 30 years. Congratulations. Happy anniversary. Lots of love.
Yeah, it's quite tricky really being nice about Shaun. I mean, yeah, it's difficult. I mean, he's very... No, he's not.
There are many things to say about Shaun Lyon, most of which will get you arrested in polite company. But I just want to say that he's one of the greatest people to ever have anything to do with Doctor Who. And if Doctor Who is still around after all this time, Shaun's one of the guys who are responsible for it. We love you, Shaun. Mwah.
Oh, but he's quite... No, I can't say that.
Hello, Shaun. Well done on 30 years. You've done quite well. Quite well. Congratulations. See you soon.
He's very Shaun. Scarily, I've known him for 22 years. 22 years of my life has been spent, I nearly said wasted, but let's just go with spent, knowing Shaun Lyon. That's quite alarming, really. Mind you, the good thing is it also means in 22 years I've known Chad, who is sophisticated, elegant, attractive, smart, and for some reason sticks it out with Shaun. But yeah, Shaun. Oh, I know what I could say. Shaun is very... Oh, no, I can't say that either, because that would be a lie. I think what I have to say really and truly is the thing I take away from 22 years of knowing Shaun Lyon is that he's my friend, and I'm really quite proud of that fact. I like him a lot, but don't let him know I said that, because I'll never hear the end of it.
So Shaun Lyon, what can one say about Shaun Lyon? When I first went to LA, which was in about 1965, I think, I first met Shaun behind the dustbins, round the back of Van Nuys Airport, which is where we used to go to watch bootleg Doctor Who, basically, because there wasn't any in the UK. But Shaun had a big collection, and also he had bootleg Doctor Who. So we used to go and watch that round the bins around the back of Van Nuys Airport. I always remember we had to pause the tapes every time an aeroplane went over, because it was so noisy you couldn't hear what was going on them. But they were happy days, really happy days, and Shaun was always very friendly, even when he had no food, no money, and he was really down on his luck, like most people in LA seem to be from time to time. We had a great time, and it's gone on from there. and I believe Shaun's kind of doing reasonably okay now, I think. He's running some little convention that happens every so often over in LA. A couple of people come along. I don't think it's very successful really, but you know, we humour him because we love him, and that's what it all boils down to, is we absolutely love Shaun. He's always been a good friend, he's always been amazing, and we always love coming out to LA just to try and convince Shaun that we go there because of his little event that he organises. Whereas in fact, we'd actually be there whether there was an event or not. It wouldn't make any difference. So Shaun, I appreciate everything you've done for me and Sam over the years. We've always had a great time with you. I hope you're doing well. I hope those tapes are still preserved, as you said you would keep them. I always remember watching Fury from the Deep, Evil of the Daleks, the Macra Terror. All those great Doctor Who's was fantastic that you had on those video cassettes around the back of Van Nuys Airport. It's been awesome, mate, and look forward to seeing you very soon. Cheers, Shaun.
What I don't think people realise about Shaun is what an unbelievably generous man he is. I think if more people in the world were as generous with their time as Shaun is, we'd all be a lot happier.
Hi, Shaun and the whole Galley crew. This is Susan and Dana, and we just want to say thank you all so very much for many happy years of Galley. It is absolutely the best weekend of the year, and I would never be anywhere else.
Absolutely love it. You guys make incredible memories. Shaun, you go above and beyond all the time. Robbie, you are so giving. The entire staff and crew. We just wouldn't have Galley without you, and we really appreciate you guys. We love you.
Love you.
Sorry, who are you again?
This is Shaun. You know Shaun.
Is he that bloke from Chicago TARDIS?
Yeah, that one.
That one, yeah. I've never been.
Shaun, what I said on that panel about the book, you brought fandom back together in the 90s.
I just hang out with these guys to look cool.
Yeah.
Thank you for letting me be part of the con staff. You gave me your rules and expectations and let me run with it. Let me do it my way. I appreciate your confidence in me to get the job done. There may be a bump or two along the way, but I hope I did you proud. It continues to be a pleasure to work with you. Thank you. Thank you for giving me a place to celebrate my favorite TV show and a place to make lifelong friends. No, to make my own family. Now it's more of a reunion than a convention.
Shaun Lyon is the heart and soul of Gallifrey. Or is it the liver and kidneys? No, it's the spleen. It's the spleen. Well, he's all the organs anyway. Hi, Shaun.
Well, it's very interesting. I'm going to try my hardest not to get emotional because Gallifrey 1 is without a doubt the happiest weekend of the year. It is 4 days. I come Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And like Tom Baker said about playing Doctor Who, it's a period of time in which you're, without exception, completely happy. And for Shaun and his team to put that together is, I don't know how they've done it, it's very extraordinary. The one thing, you're asking me to say something nice about Shaun, but I keep thinking of this one thing. One year, and it was actually over the stairs there, he's gonna know where we are, but on those stairs coming up, 2007, 2008, I forget what year it was, and Shaun's behind me, and I turn around and say, hey Shaun, thanks so much for another wonderful Gallifrey 1, and Shaun says, don't thank me, thank each and every one of the volunteers. Thank each and every one of the team that helps us, this army of people, put it together. And if there's anything that so that's what I think of with Shaun. I'm sorry, I'm having a bit of beer. That's what I think with Shaun is the selflessness that he has and that leadership ability he has to be able to say, okay, I may be the face of it, I may be the general, but there is a whole army of people underneath me that's making this weekend so special, so magical, so irreplaceable, and so unique. Our lives are different than anybody else's. That's the exciting thing. There's no one else in the universe who gets to do what we do. And that's thanks to Shaun and all of his volunteers and all of his team. And Shaun, I bring him a bottle of wine every year because he's a bit modest about this, but he deserves it. I love him. He's awesome. Shaun, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for providing a place to get away from the mundane Muggle world. A safe place to be the by me. and to totally be comfortable with it. In fact, Galley was the first place I quietly informed anyone of my preferences. And between my Galley family and my geek family, many of whom were also Galley family, I can finally say out loud, I am bisexual. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Sorry, which one's Shaun again?
You know Shaun.
Shaun.
He's the guy in charge around here.
Does he? Oh, sorry, that Shaun. Okay, Shaun. Oh, yeah, great fella, lovely guy. Known him for a while now. Always puts on a good show. Genuinely. Remind me again, which one is he?
He's the guy in charge. He's always on stage spouting.
Oh, that one. Okay. Oh, lovely fella. Heart of gold. Love him to pieces. And honestly, Shaun, you're a star. You really are. You've been a great mate to me for years and years now. And here's to the next 15.
So, Shaun, what can one say about Shaun? He is undoubtedly one of the warmest, most considerate, compassionate people that I've ever met in my life. There are some people who you meet in life who are a true inspiration and who touch your withered Scottish heart in ways that you can never really explain. And Shaun is one of those people. He's a true inspiration, as I say, and well, of course I know who I'm talking about. Oh, it's this Shaun. Oh, he's in it.
Hi Shaun, just wanted to say that you're brilliant. You're a kind, generous, lovely individual. If more people were like you in this world, it'd be such a brilliant place. Keep being you.
Shaun, a wise woman once said to me, if you want to be my lover, you've got to get with my friends. And because of you and Gallifrey, there are many friendships that otherwise would not have existed. So I thank you very, very much.
Something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life.